What's up, amazing ballroom dancers? Alexey is here and welcome to Ballroom with Alexey. Yay, Happy New Year, everyone. Even though it's a mid-January, it's like a January 9 or 8 or 7. Oh wait, no, today is January 7. So it's our Ukrainian Orthodox Christmas. So anyway, in Ukraine, we keep our Christmas tree almost entire January, and some people keep it till May. But anyway, so don't mind the tree. If you're watching it during the summer, whatever. I'm just still in the spirit and in the spirit of holidays and in the Christmas and the New Year. Anyway, I'm super excited to start a new year with the new set of episodes, which will be designed specifically for beginners, for newcomers, for people who just started to learn how to ballroom dance. Majority of my students are beginners and they always expect from me to post video which will be more relative for absolute newcomers. So I decided to do this, and I think it's so important. This beginning stage, if you just started to learn how to dance, it's such an important period of time in developing a skill. So please make sure to not rush through this stage. Stay there and enjoy the process of improving. And these videos will be designed specifically to guide you a little bit in this stage and help you to refresh some information which you get in your group classes or private lessons. And specifically, they will be designed to practice them at home, where you have just a little bit of space, just enough to move around, okay? Today we're going to do cha-cha, and we're going to either learn if you haven't learned them yet, or refresh if you know them already. 3 ways of how you can dance a basic step. So we're gonna do basic in place, we're gonna do side basic, and progressive basic. We put all of those basics in one amalgamation. Need some air. And then we'll break this amalgamation down and talk about the most important elements which, as a beginner, you always have to keep in mind, okay? So let's start with a quick demonstration of all of those basics. I will actually right away, let's start with facing you, then I will back in you, okay? So we're gonna go basic in place for 4 times. So we go 1, 2, 3, cha-cha, 1, 2, 3, cha-cha, 1, 2, 3, and cha-cha, 1. And last basic, and cha-cha, 1, okay? So then we're gonna do basic sideways. 2, 3, cha-cha, 1. This is probably the most commonly used way of dancing basic step in the beginning stages, but I just wanted to know that other ones are as well possible, and variations of those basic steps going to be used in different steps, right? So it's important to know them. Yes. So now last basic step is going to be basic, progressive basic, where we will have to move forward and back. So we're going to go cha-cha-cha, 2, 3, and cha-cha-cha, 2, 3, and cha-cha, 1, 2, 3, and cha-cha, 1, 2, 3, and cha-cha, 1. Okay? Boom. So now let's do it baking, you guys. And 1, 2, 3, and cha-cha, 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 1, 2, 3, and cha-cha sideways, 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 2, back and pam pam pam, and forward, and pam pam pam, and back, and pam pam pam, and forward, and pam pam pam. Whoa. Alright guys, so here's my general recommendation for all beginners. This is when you're just starting, you having a lot of fun, and this is a great stage, so you have to keep having fun. Keep dancing more. You need to dance more often, and dance, do not like try to reach for more complicated steps faster, right? Stay at this beginning level, enjoy yourself, because it's going to be a little bit more frustrating if you will, without establishing this beginning, right away jump into the harder steps. So don't do this. Stay at the beginnings classes, dance more, make sure that you get in direction and that you get in rhythm and basic technique. And that's what we're going to do right now. So let's talk about direction of our first of all of those basics, right? So make sure that you know where you're making steps. And the steps is weight transfer, right? So making sure that every time you're making step, you're transferring your center, your pelvis approximately, right? So you're kind of like belly button area, you have to move from one foot to another foot. All right, so let's do it with the basic in place. We're starting with your right, and we go 1. So we're moving from left to right. Then we go 2, forward on your left, and on 3, I'm coming back on my right, okay? Very important part. 2, 3. You move forward, and then you're coming back. You move forward, and then you're coming back. 2, 3. Then from here will be 3 replacement of the weight in place, right? So we're gonna replace 1, replace 2, replace 3, right? Then I'm going back on count 2, and then I replace forward on 3. Transfer weight forward on count 3. Back, forward, another crucial part. Back, forward, right? So 3 steps in place, 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 place. Then you go forward on count 2, 3, then another place, place, place. Then you go back, replace, place, place, place. Forward, back, place, 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 back, forward, okay? So right away, notice that you have parts where you go back and forward and back, and this cha-cha part where you dancing in place. It's very important, okay? In the long run, you're going to benefit if you will right away distinguish those parts. Okay, so now our footwork. So footwork generally in cha-cha is going to be the same. It's always ball flat. Footwork means how do we make step according to the foot? How do we transfer our weight on the foot? So in cha-cha, it's always ball flat, which makes it more like a, what is that word? Continuous and controlled. Continuous and controlled weight transfer. Not without control where you just making flat. Yes? So, all right. So let's go. We go ball flat, ball flat, ball flat, ball flat, ball flat, ball flat. Right? Quickly. Ball flat, ball flat, ball flat. Back, forward. Ball flat, ball flat, ball flat. Bam, bam. Ball flat, ball flat, ball flat. Back, forward. When you're dancing on your ball flat, that means that generally majority of your weight are on the ball of your feet. Okay? Bam, bam, bam. Of course, all of those actions you have to do with a nice, tall posture. Make sure that you're feeling your spine stretching up, that you're relaxing your shoulders, you're engaging your core, okay? Those are the most important elements. So we have to release tension from our shoulders. That's where the majority of tension, especially when you're learning something new. Take this off, become aware, right? So first notice this tension. First awareness, then managing. First you're aware that you're tense, then you relax, okay? And generally create a habit of putting awareness into your body. How does it feel? Does it tense? Is it tense? Is it too loose? Maybe you need to collect yourself, maybe you're too relaxed, okay? So develop this sense of awareness. So engage your core, collect your core, right? And then this is from there, everything should be like, this is where you hold yourself. You're not holding yourself in your shoulders, okay? Let it go, stay tall, and all of those steps with the nice, great posture, okay? So we start. And 1, 2, 3. Ball flat, ball flat, ball flat. Staying tall. Engage your core. Ho, ho, ho. 2, 3. Cha, cha. 1, 2, 3. And cha, cha. 1, 2, 3, and cha-cha, 1. Okay, so we're gonna stay longer this stationary basic, and I'm kind of going to point the most important points in this step, and they will translate to other steps as well. So now we're gonna look at our hip action, right? So hip action, just a little bit about hips, okay? So what is the most important thing? That our hip actions happening when we bending and straightening knees, right? So do not try to move your hips like separately from all of your body. Your hips is a result of you bending and straightening knees, okay? So concentrate on bending and straightening knees. When you transfer your weight from one foot to another, so when we go 2, 3, so right here, cha, my weight is on my left, my right is free, that's why it's bent, okay? Then I'm making step, I'm loading my weight to my right, okay, I'm staying on my right and I'm bending my left. That puts my hip to the side. Same thing happens with the opposite. So every time I'm making step, cha, 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 right? I am bending and straightening knees, all right? Because I'm transferring weight, okay? So become aware of that and try to practice transferring of your weight from left to right, using ball flat footwork, and concentrate on bending and straightening your knees. There is no way but just to inclinate your hip. Move it like this. Yes. We're gonna take Gary Vee book, crushing it, and we're gonna demonstrate how our hip inclinates. You see, this plane is represent my hip, and when I'm bending my knee, my hip just goes like this, naturally. And when I'm straightening, it comes back to neutral position. So that's kind of like the most basic way of explaining what's happening in the hip. And that's what you have to think when it comes for the hip action, okay?